Needless to say, I wasn't exactly brimming with excitement when they announced yet another show to add to their growing lineup, this time featuring a character I'd never heard of with vague, poorly defined powers, played by an actress I'd never seen in anything else before, whose defining motivations seemed to be that she just wanted fame and attention. Okay. And now that I've seen the first trailer for the show, my biggest takeaway was, damn, this really doesn't feel like the right way to introduce a superhero. The main character came across as kind of bland and unengaging, relying mostly on her religion and skin colour to define herself. There was no mention of an antagonist or overarching threat of any kind. The art style was apparently designed to appeal to 12-year-old children with ADHD, and as far as I could tell, there wasn't even a compelling origin story for her. It doesn't achieve any of the 4 major objectives for a superhero story, and instead of getting me pumped up with anticipation for a compelling new idea, it leaves me feeling even less interested in Ms. Marvel than I was before.
And that's exactly what Miss Marvel is. This is a character who was created less than 10 years ago and has had their book canceled time after time because no one's interested in them. Yet that's what Kevin Feige and the MCU are deciding to push forward with, because it seems like the MCU is taking notes from the CW. I'm not quite sure why you would do that. If there's any recipe for failure in terms of adapting things from comic books and pushing them full of identity politics, then yeah, CW is the template, but that's probably not what you want for the MCU. Yet that's what everyone got from the feel of this trailer.
I'm still kind of wondering why we got this trailer before we got a Thor Love and Thunder trailer, but whatever. So they dropped this trailer, and it confirmed a few things right away, actually. One, she's no longer an Inhuman. That's an improvement. And she no longer has rip-off Mr. Fantastic powers. That's an improvement. She's basically a Green Lantern now. She has energy projection powers, basically. But because she's changing to energy projectile, it changes the character. And now, and I'm not kidding, takes the character down a road of racist stereotypes. How are her powers... How do her powers make her Pakistani? Do they have? Are they well known for stretching elastic things? I'm confused by this article.
But when they turned her into Captain Marvel, the Miss Marvel branding was now up for grabs, and so that's when they decided, okay, let's create a goofy Muslim chick that can, like, she's not quite Mr. Fantastic in terms of that she's stretched, but because she can, like, get big and, you know, and bigot and do all of that shit. And yeah, so she's goofy as fuck. Nobody was generally interested in this character. Again, this is one of those classic cases. There's a lot of similarities between her and Miles Morales. It's like these characters that people like to think that they're fans of on Twitter. They're not fans.
This show feels like a Disney original series to me, and I'm talking about like the OG Disney Channel. Now, the MCU I know has always been family friendly. It always has some humor for the younger audiences to be able to enjoy, but this just feels like it's targeting like 12 to 15-year-old girls and nobody else. If you guys are familiar with this show, Never Have I Ever on Netflix, it feels like it's pretty much just a super powered version of that. And while that show actually does have some charm and some humor that everybody can enjoy, even if you don't relate to the characters specifically, this Marvel looks like it's just going to be way too campy and way too specific. Like I said, for Marvel that has such a broad reach of people of all ages, this just feels like it's super micro-focused, and there's nothing really wrong with that. It's just not for me personally, so I have no excitement for this. Also, the actress that's playing Miss Marvel is obviously a young kid, so I don't want to be too harsh, but the line delivery in this trailer, literally it felt like I was watching a CW show trailer.
That for most of my life, I've run from it. But last night, I embraced who I am, and I don't want to stop.
I know whenever I see like a action movie or anything like that that has a female lead, and they want to just throw it in your face and remind you constantly, by the way, this is a woman, yeah, girl power, woo, and it just feels like such pandering. It's like, can we just let the movie be cool? Do you have to? We can see. I can see that. It's just when you let the movie speak for itself, it stands on its own way more, and it doesn't, and it feels more authentic. That's the thing.
I'm a superhero.
Oh, I'm a superhero. Yay! Completely undeserved. Woohoo! No hardships at all. Just some perceived slight because some girl said my name slightly differently at school. Oh my God, I'm such a victim. Why can't I see brown jerseys in comics? Because I don't buy comics. That's why.